welcome to Broken Tool Garage. This week, I'm going over painting my 85 Ramcharger. Now, I'm using the satin black paint that I have because I have it. Eventually, I will go back and paint this gloss black, but this is going to go through and make a good coating and seal it off and make sure it's going to last until I can get to that project on that, right? Now, I did make a mistake in here, so you'll get to see, put a little note in there. And next week, I'm going to show the sealing. I'm finally be able to get to the sealing of the side glass, which is where all of this started. Alright, that's what you got for the next 2 weeks. Just sit back and enjoy shooting paint. Alright, it's been about 48 hours since I put the primer on, and yes, I'm in job work clothes because I'm fortunate enough to be able to come home for lunch break. So I'm going to take advantage of be able to knock out like 10-15 minutes of work while that lasts, right? So just a red scuff pad on here, not sanding it, just doing a quick little scuff on here. You can see the texture change whenever you hit it. It don't have to be hit hard, it just has to basically make sure that surface is opened up and ready for paint. And actually I'm going to be doing the sealer on here. I think I'm going to go ahead and go that route. But you can see the change in it. Well, you can't because it's a camera. It's not going to pick it up, right? But it's just a quick going over it right fast. This is the step at which if you wanted to block it, like if I was doing this big panel in here, something that really need to be blocked, is you could come in and block at this point. I would wait, just if I knew I was going to actually block this, I'd probably wait, given the oil-based enamel, about a week. That way it's good and dry, but honestly, scuffing this, it's not gummy or anything. It seems to be dry right now, and it's because it's been 90 degrees outside, 80 in here, low humidity, so it's cured up real nice. But this is where you would go in and do your blocking stage of this, and then reprime as necessary if you found any highs or lows or whatever need to be done. And, I mean, that's it. That's the next step. So the next thing you're going to see is probably a slick seal on there, and that's a 30-minute cure, and then I'll have to get my satin black paint out, get the hardener in there. It'll have to sweat in a little bit. I think it's like 10 minutes or something. I gotta read the can. And then I got to figure out how much, 15 minutes sweat in time. I have to remember how many parts per gallon that I need to do, because I'm not mixing a whole gallon, right? So I have to add that up, and I'll tell you on the bucket how much hardener to paint I'm adding. And then once that sweats in for 15 minutes, I'll add my VM and P naphtha right here to cut the paint down, so I'm at like a 5:1 ratio, so it's like it'll probably be like a 5:1:1 or something like that. Like I said, I just have to look it up. Okay, I got the fan in the window there, making a draw. I'm about to blow the air off, blow the dust off now, and I want to do that now at lunch. That way, the dust and everything has time to settle, and hopefully, a lot of it gets blown out outside right now. Because if you blow that off with the air and then you immediately go and paint, guess what's going to fall back on your paint, right? So that's the last step, and I'll see you in a little bit whenever I got it slick sealed, hopefully. Okay, slick seal is on. Going to start. I got the gun clean and everything. Then I'll start my 30 minutes. It's already kind of flashing over and everything. Not real volatile, but I don't know. I got my mask on, I can't smell it. Can't smell that my mask is dirty because I didn't clean it like 2 days ago, right? Alright. Slick seal, give the timer. I need to get my other paint. Actually I'm gonna go cool off and then get the paint going and let that sweat in, and we'll see it when it gets sprayed. Okay. So it says a half to 1 part per gallon, which is 1/16, or 16 to 1 or 8 to 1. So I'm on the 8 to 1 line right here. 8. I filled up to the 2 right there, right? So the next line is 8 to 1. So that's just a splash for how much I'm making. But you know, I'm not coating a whole lot. So that's, you know, kind of what that's what the area I'm painting, and that's what my compressor can hold. So that's just a little splash in there. And we'll put a little splash in there, and I'll stir it up real good. And I can get the child-proof lock to unlock. I'll show you here what I'm doing. Okay. So I'm getting the crud out of there so it don't fall. And I'm looking, at, you know, the second number 2 right in this column. And I'm going to go this is more than a splash, huh? There we go. See how the level just came up right there? So that is the 1, you know, 8 to 1 ratio on that. Lid's closed. Actually, I need to close the lid on my paint because it's just getting oxygen in there, right? And it ain't doing it any good. You're going to hear the little noise. Just closing a paint lid, no big deal. And I'm going to set my paint out of the way. I'm going to set the catalyst, or not catalyst, hardener catalyst out of the way. I'm not going to add my reducer in just yet. This needs to be stirred. Not shaken, stirred. This is really thick and it needs a 15-minute sweat time. Ooh, yeah, it's about mask time because that is definitely giving off some VOCs. Now, I got a problem because I need to reduce it and I can't read my lines anymore. Got a little vigorous in my stirring. Not a big deal. I'm going to take a corner of my rag here or rip it crazily. And what I'm going to attempt to do is kind of clear off a little area here. Hopefully I can do my 6. Getting close. This was not planned, by the way. Just to let you know, this was not planned. This totally impromptu shenanigans, I guess. All right, put it on the end of the paint stick. Sharp edge. Come in. Watch what I'm doing on the inside. And try to wipe it. That worked. Okay. Dip her down in there. Alright, hopefully that lines up with something. Alright, I'm actually pretty close on that 611 to add my 1 there. So we'll come in and do that trick again. Probably not use any of this in actual, video, but, whatever. You never know. So I'm just kind of dipping it down in there and then coming across on the side and wiping it. That way I know I'll get it. You probably saw that pretty good. That's yeah, and they don't line up either. Well, I'll just go to the one there, fake it till you make it, right? Woohoo! It'll be alright. As long as it sprays good, it'll work. I'll just splash it in there. It's the only thing I know to do on that one, right? One more go at it. And my 15-minute timer is good, but it, in the bucket or whatever they say it is, it lasts. That's a good little while. So I'm kind of see where my line is. So yeah, that number 2 right there will work. It looks like I might thin it just a hair more to that one there.